Hello, welcome to Board Game TV. It's Sci-Fi Saturday, and we're going to be playing Level 7 Invasion. Now, we've played Level 7 Escape. We've played Level 7 Omega Protocol. And they were two different types of games. Level 7 Escape was a survival horror type game. Level 7 Omega Protocol was a tactical miniatures game. And Level 7 Invasion is a strategic placement type game. Think Risk or XCOM or something like that. As you can see, it has a huge footprint. It's meant for 3 through 5 players, but it can be played solo. The problem with that is, well, you have to keep up with a lot if you're going to play solo. It's not really meant to, but it can be done, but you have to keep up with a lot. So there may be a few mistakes and stuff I make in this. I hadn't played this in a while, but here we go. So basically the story is that Dr. Kronos alien guy, this guy right here, and he starts in Argentina. And you can see there's 5 different factions. There's the South American faction, the North America faction, which is blue. South America is yellow. The African faction, which is purple. The European faction, which is green. And the Asian faction, which is orange. And then we have a couple of dead zones with these. These are the bad guys right here. In black. There's Australia, Saudi Arabia, and Greenland. Those are dead zones. They've already been overrun by the aliens. If we can find a way to take them over, we can get the bonuses associated with it. Like Greenland, you get 2 extra minerals. Saudi Arabia, you get fuel. And Australia, you get, well, another lab and some money and stuff like that. So, the basic gist of the story is, you know, Dr. Kronos came to Earth a long time ago. He was kind of chased out of his home planet by these other aliens. I guess we'll call them the Hydra. I think that's what their name is. And he came to Earth to try to escape them. He met up with our governments. The governments kind of let him, shall we say, do experiments on people. And for exchange for that, for letting him kind of like have carte blanche to do what he wants, we got advances in technology. Supposedly, like this were cell phones and the internet and all that kind of military type weapon stuff came from. Well, anyways, in level 1 escape, he kind of went a little too far, and the players you try to escape and get away from them. In level 7 Omega Protocol, task force was sent in to apprehend and get him. And in this one here, the Hydra have tracked him down to Earth, are making war on Earth, trying to take it over and destroy it. And we need him to build a super weapon in order to defeat these bad guys, these Hydra. And so that's where the story of level 7 begins. Now, how do we win? We survive until Kronos completes his project. If one faction is still alive by the time Kronos completes his project, we've won. How do we lose? Well, if a faction's capital, and as you can see it is like this with the big star, is overrun, that faction falls. If all factions end up falling, then we lose the game. If Kronos cannot complete his project, and I'll get into that in a second, we lose the game. If each faction's military or industrial complex gets to 0, that faction is out, and if all of them get like that, we lose the game. So there's really only one way to win and several ways to lose. This game has I'm gonna show you something here. It has 3 phases, and every phase has several things. Now I know you're saying, wow, that looks like a lot, and it is a lot. And at first it would seem like everything is overly complex, and you might just say, I'll never play that game. However, once you get into the flow of it, it flows pretty easy. Okay? And for this first round, we're going to go over each phase step by step. However, when we get to other rounds, there's plenty of stuff you can do off camera that's not going to, you can just gloss over. Okay, so let's go over our nations here. Each country in a nation has a defense value. So let's explain this. So Venezuela has a defense value of 3. And these are the bad guys right here. Okay. Now, this country is not overrun. In order for this country to be overrun, you have to have 3 or more alien units here in this spot. For Peru, you would have to have 4 or more alien units. For the Mexican influence zone, you would have to have 2 or more units. Okay? When a country is overrun, like let's say the Central African Accord got overrun, alright, you would put this card there, and then they would lose. Each turn you're going to gain resources, but you would lose that many resources if it's overrun. Now you can liberate a place, take it back, and you would flip the card, and they would only lose a little bit. So you really don't ever want to let a country get overrun, but if they do, you do want to try to take it back. There's a thing called a terror level, and this is it. Now, terror level starts at 0, but it can work its way up. And as you can see, if terror level for Africa got to 3, they would lose 1 crop on their resource phase. Now, every country has money, crops, fuel, minerals. And they all start on their starting dial, which is their color. They have a command and control starting number. Africa has 4. And what the command and control is how many troops they can have on the map. So they have 4. They can have 4 troops on the map. And at the beginning of the game, I took each unit's command and control unit number for their troops and placed them anywhere I wanted in their country. North America had 6 troops they could use because their command and control was 6. So I deployed 4 in our capital, 2 in Canada. I deployed all 4 in Brazil for South America, all 4 over here in Africa for the Central African Accord, all 4 for Europe in the Union of Central European States, which is their capital. China, the Asia got 5. I deployed all 5 in China. That's their capital. Okay. Each country started with $4 million and a power level of 0. Now, the bad guys start with a power level of 1. Okay? Now, we can get upgrades to upgrade our power level. However, each country at the beginning is also allowed to have an upgrade on 4 categories. Every country has 4 categories: communications, biological sciences, social programs, military equipment. Okay? We can upgrade. They start from tier 0, they go to tier 5. Each tier is progressively better. Okay? Now, the African got to upgrade their social programs to tier 1 for their starting bonus. Okay? And then to upgrade it to tier 2, they have to pay $1 million, 1 food, 1 fuel, and 1 lab research station. I'll get to the lab research in a second. If they do that, they can flip this card, or they move it, and it'll be tier 2, and they get more bonuses. Their starting thing is refugee services. During the MIC damage step, reduce the number of points you lose due to invader units by 1. Relocation programs, you can lower your terror by 1 level during each maintenance phase by spending 1 million. North America did not get to upgrade one of them. Instead, they got the Gin Mercenaries Warrior Clones for free. South America got to upgrade their military equipment to nano weave armor, so their power is now 1, so they have a 1 power, so they're now even with the Hydra. Europe didn't get to do anything, and Africa got to upgrade their communications to tier 1. Whenever a viral video event requires you to make a roll, you can avoid rolling any number of dice by spending 1 million for each die. And propaganda. During each maintenance phase, you can lower your terror by any number of levels by spending 2 million for each terror level. Okay, so what you want to do, because every time you defeat a bad guy unit, there's this adaptation dial. Okay, it starts at 0, but when it gets to all the way back around again, they're going to get an adaptation card, and that's going to make them more powerful. So during this game, you constantly want to start, you have to manage your resources. You have to pay for soldiers to come on the board. You can pay for mercenaries, which at the beginning of the game, there's this Gin mercenary deck. We get to have 2 come out. We have the warrior clones. When resolving a battle in one of your territories, you can discard this card to gain +1 power. Or the warrior clones, again, right there. You could pay to have that, but you can only have 2 right now. Every time you buy one, you just replace it. Okay? So, your resources are going to be depleted. So you have to manage your resources between buying troops, and you can never have more than your command control number. Between the bad things, the events that happen, between battles, and between wanting to buy upgrades, because you have to get stronger. You're never going to beat these guys if you stay at level 0. Okay, also at the beginning of the game, what I had to do was we had to put down 3 enemy drop ships. And these are them. There's 1, and it has a number 1, 2, and that one's in Canada, and 3 in Argentina. And then I had to deploy some single units so the board is set. Okay? Now, I'm going to go over fighting real quick. I'm going to go over fighting rules real quick. And like I said, we'll get more into this. I'll go over each phase step by step, but I'm giving you an overview. Okay. If you notice the dice, they have plus, equal, and minus. There's only 1 minus. Okay? Alright. All dice rolls in this game resolved are going to be with those 3 symbols. Okay, so what's going to happen is let's say I wanted to fight this unit here. Okay, I deploy my guys and I fight. First, you go by who has the higher power level. Okay, if the bad guys have the higher power level, they become the attacker. Okay, if both factions have the same power level, then it's a tie, and then you go by who has the most units there. Well, these guys have the most units there, so they would win that part. Okay, but Africa does not have a higher power level because they start with a power level of 1, we have a power level of 0. So the bad guys would be the attacker. Being the attacker is very important in this game, okay? You roll. I have 4 guys, he has 1. So he's going to roll. He rolls a plus. So he kills one of my guys. Okay, he's going to roll again. He rolls a minus. That means he loses. That means he's defeated. He's taken off the map, and there we go. So basically, if the attacker rolls a plus, he kills 1 unit. If he rolls an equal, then both factions take a 1 unit loss. And if the attacker rolls a minus, he loses. The battle stops when there's no more of whichever faction is on the map. So whichever faction has the more units, when you get done with all the battle, that's the winning faction. Okay? Also, we're going to have to start, we're going to deal with Chronos. Oh, military units can move 1 space to an adjacent space. And they don't have to stay in their territory. They don't have to. If they wanted to go help out these guys, they could. Chronos can move 2 spaces per turn. Okay? And whoever is, whose country, who's controlling him, that's the first player. So, Chronos, what he's trying to do is he's trying to do the Chronos project. And it has an order it goes in. It goes to 1, and he got to complete the first step. And the first step just so happens to be in South America. So he has to be in South America in order to do this project, okay? And then what you do is you pay the cost, and all countries can contribute to this. And once he's done that, you've completed the first part of the project, we get to put it down, and you get the bonus. So when we complete this first one, it says increase the size of the Gin black market by 1. That means we get to put 3 cards there. So the next time he gets to go, there's going to be a 2A and a 2B. Okay? A 2A and a 2B. 2A I think is either going to be Africa, and 2B is going to be North America. Chronos can choose to which one he has to go to, but he has to do them both. He can't just skip one. He has to do them both, but he can choose which order he wants to. So when it's his turn, he can move 2 spaces and try to go to that country. The only thing with Chronos is he cannot enter a space that is overrun, and he cannot enter a space that has a drop ship. One of these, okay? He cannot enter. He can leave it, but he cannot enter the space with the drop ship. Another thing, let me backtrack real quick. When you do battles, now drop ships don't count for overrunning territories. It's a little weird, but they don't count. However, they do count when you do battles for like units there. So if you had a drop ship and like 2 of these guys there, you would have 3 units, okay? The drop ship you have to fight last. So if there's several other units in there and you fight the units, the drop ship will be the last one, okay, to fight. When you destroy a drop ship, you get a bonus. You get to pick one of your dials on your whichever country the drop ship was destroyed in and spin the dial 1 space up. You choose. Like I said, that's just a real quick, slick, glossy overview. We're going to go a lot more in depth once we do our turn mode. Let me just think of anything else I can think of for the real quick. There's going to be 4 drop ships because you have these drop ship cards. Now, at the beginning I had to draw a couple cards to figure out where some units were in place. There's these assault events. Now, the assault event phase is what's going to start out, and we're going to have to draw some event cards during the event phase. But eventually, it's going to get so bad we're going to have to put 4 drop ships on the board. Okay? And then eventually, it's going to get so bad it's going to go to the devastation event phase, and that's going to be much worse. We're going to have to try to outlast that. So that's basically what we have right now. This takes a I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a long game. It takes a long time to set up. It takes a lot of space. There is a lot of complex moving parts for you to do, especially if you are playing solo. And it takes a long time to play, especially if you're playing solo. However, I find this game very fun. I think it is worth it, and I will get into that more in my overview. But that's where we go. So I'm gonna get a few other things set up, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna go over each phase step by step and do a round. Okay, so let's take our first step. We are going to start in the development phase. Now, if you're playing with more than one person, of course the guy who's got the Chronos control, which is South America right now, they would go first. There are several steps you can do simultaneously, but since we're playing solo, there's some things we can just do all at once. Okay, so the first step is the Gin mercenaries. Any country can buy mercenaries from the black market. They can buy as many as they can afford, because once you buy one, you just replace another card. They're different mercenaries. However, I don't think we need to buy any, because all I really want to do, I want to spend my money to get my military equipment up to tier 1 for every nation except South America, because they already started with that. And I just want to be the same power level as the bad guy, because I think I can overwhelm them. So I don't think I'm going to buy any mercenaries. We're not going to buy any mercenaries this phase. Our next phase is unit deployment. Now, we won't have to worry about that this turn, because all our maximum units for every country have been deployed and are where I want them to be at. However, I will mention that it costs $1 million to deploy a unit, $2 million if that unit is going to be deployed in an overrun country. Okay? We don't have any overrun countries right now, so we're good. All our units are out, so we don't have to pay any. But that's what it costs. It costs $1 million per unit, 2 if they're going to an overrun country, and you can put them anywhere you want. So there we go. The next step is the research phase. Now this is the phase we're going to be doing a lot of this time, because I do want to try to get everybody's military equipment up. That way everybody gets to be a power level of 1 and will be equal with the Hydra. So we're going to start with South America. Now, South America already has their military upgraded. So I don't need to pay any money for their thing. Okay? So let's go ahead and take North America. North America needs to upgrade. For them to upgrade, it's going to cost them $2 million, 2 barrels of oil, 2 mineral, and 2 labs. Now, it just so happens we have 2 labs here in North America. One in the western United States, one in the eastern United States. So, we're going to pay that cost. So, we're going to pay $2 million. We're going to pay 2 fuel, which puts us to 0. 2 minerals, which puts us to 0. And 2 labs, which will flip. Now, I need to say this. During this phase, and during this phase, all countries can trade with each other once. So, like if North America wanted to trade with Europe, they can do a one-time trade during that first phase and a one-time trade during that third phase. And it has to be kind of like an even trade. It can't be, I'll give me 3 food and I'll give you nothing. You know, they have to actually trade something. It does not have to be even, but they have to actually trade something. Okay? And you can trade laboratories. Okay? But they only get 1 trade per those phases. So you have to manage your trade carefully, and then you can do it at any time. Okay? So we're going to flip the military, and now we're at phase 1, and they get the nano armor, and now their power is 1. Okay, let's go with Africa here. In order for them to do their military, they need to spend 2 million, 2 fuel, 2 minerals, and 2 labs. Now, they only have 1 lab. However, Europe has 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade with Europe. We're going to take one of their labs. So we're going to put that over here for right now. And they'll spend the 2 labs. And they will give Europe, what is Europe kind of lacking? 24. They will give Europe 1 military industrial complex. So there we go. Alright, so now they have their military equipment and they are at power 1. Okay, Europe should be no problem. 2 million, check. 2 fuel, check. 2 minerals, check. And 2 labs, check. And now they are at power level 1. And Asia, well, they'll do the same. 2 million, 2 labs, 2 minerals, 2 fuel, and now they are at power level 1. Okay, so I've got everybody up to power level 1. Everybody did some research, except for South America. There's 1 lab left, and you know what? South America will update their communications. Let's go ahead. That's going to cost us 1 million and 1 lab, and now we've done that. And they have information control, and that's kind of like what these guys have over here. So they're a little ahead of the curve. Okay, and that is the research phase. So we've done our research. Okay, now it's the Kronos project. Okay, now, in order to do the Kronos project, this is what we have to do. We have to have 2 fuel, 1 mineral, 6 million, and he can do his Kronos project. Okay, everybody can chip in for that, and I think I'm going to try to do that. So, 6 million, we're going to donate 2 from South America. We're going to donate 1 from North America, 1 from Africa, 1 from Asia, and 1 from Europe. There we go. Okay. 2 fuel. I think South America will give up the fuel. 1 mineral. South America will give up 1 mineral. And now the Kronos project first part has been completed. We put this here. We can increase the size of the black market by 1, so we can put another one here, and this is rogue clones. Discard this card at any time and roll a die. If you roll a plus or equal, destroy 1 invader unit in any of your territories. This card cannot be used to remove dropships. Okay. Alright, and now we have, for 2, we can choose to go to Africa and do recharge your fusion core, or choose to go to North America and do the military escort in any order. We have to do them both, but we have to do them in any order. Okay. The last step, okay, is income. Okay, during the income step, each coalition gains resources based on the income values for money, fuel, minerals, and food. Alright. Okay, and that's basically really easy. As you can see, these are our basic incomes. So, Africa is going to get $9 million. So I'll just trade that in. There we go. They're going to get 5 food, so it puts them at 7. They're going to get 3 fuel, which puts them at 5, and 4 minerals, which puts them at 6. Very simple. North America is going to get $14 million. Now, if countries were overrun or your terror level, you see how the minuses, this is where we would subtract those values from this part, okay? So that's why it's important you try to keep your terror level down and you don't want any countries overrun. So they're going to get 7 food, let's put us at 9. They get 1 fuel, it's not good, and 1 mineral, that's not good either. South America is going to get $10 million. Oh man, I should. There we go. They're going to get 5 food, which puts them at 7. They're going to get 3 fuel, which puts them at 5. 4 minerals, which puts them at 7. Europe is going to get $12 million. Alright, they're going to get 7 food, which puts them at 9. They went to 0, so they're going to get 1 and 1. Asia is also going to get $12 million. There's not enough 5s in here. Here's 1 5. Here's another 5, okay? They're going to get 8 food, which puts them at 10. 2 fuel, which puts them at 2. And 2 minerals, which puts them there. Okay, that is it. We have done our deployment phase. Next is our warfare phase. Excuse me. Alright, so the first phase is the movement phase. Okay, so basically what it is we can move as many of our units as we want, one space to an adjacent space. Okay? So let's start with South America. And we're going to move these units here. Okay? I think we're going to move these units here. We'll definitely move them here. Let's keep, let's go ahead. Let's keep 1 there. We'll do this here, and we will definitely move these guys here. Okay, and that's it for movement. Now Kronos gets to move, and remember Kronos can move 2 spaces. He's going to move 1, 2 here to Africa, so he will be under the control of Africa. Okay. Okay, so that's it. There we go. That's the movement. Now we do our events. Okay. Alright. Each coalition is going to draw an event card. Okay? So, we're going to start with South America. They're going to draw an event card. Let's draw our event card. Now we have an Alpha event and a Bravo event. We'll go over this ground war thing in a minute. Now, we can choose which one we want it to be. We can choose the Alpha, or we can choose the Bravo. Okay? South America is going to choose the Bravo event. So we're going to put this in the Bravo space. Okay, North America draws a card. They look both the same. So we'll just go ahead and say this one isn't Bravo as well. Africa will draw. We have a viral video. We'll do the Alpha event. Europe. We'll do the Alpha event. And Asia. And we'll do the Alpha event. Now, when you're playing with more than one players, whoever picks their event card will not tell any other units. See, he'll just read secretly his event card, and then he'll pick which one he wants to go, and he'll stick it in that stack so they can be resolved. Okay, so there's a thing that so you can kind of make poor choices or whatever. Okay, so we're going to start with the Alpha, and we're going to shuffle these real quick, and we're going to do this. Okay, so we have Orbital Assault. Place one invader unit in each territory of the coalition that has a Chrono Stand D. Okay, well, that's not good. So we have to do this. So we're going to be placing one invader unit in each territory of Africa. Okay. Now, there are ways to negate these things with your things, with your upgrades, but we don't have any upgrades that can repel Orbital Assault yet. So, there's nothing happening there. Okay, so we did that. Now, we have Ground War. Okay, now we do this part right here. It says, after resolving the Alpha or Bravo event on the event card, immediately resolve the Ground War box in the middle. Where new invader units are placed when a ground war box is called spawning. Invader units spawn. Stupid cat. Anytime. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to spawn one unit on dropship 3, which is Argentina. Okay, there we go. Next, Alpha. Each coalition reduces its MIC 1 point. Okay, that's a bombardment. We don't have anything to help against bombardment, so everybody's reducing their MIC 1 point. All right. Okay, now we have to place a unit at each drop ship. Okay. Okay, now remember that this is not going to count for spawning on the overrun there, okay? See, it says there's a number of evading units, not counting drop ships. We don't count drop ships, so we have, this is a 3, that's a 3, so we're at the max there, and this is a 3. On our last Alpha, viral video. Each coalition rolls once for the following. Okay, now we do have something. Somebody does have something with a viral video. The communications. Whenever a viral video event requires you to make a roll, you can avoid rolling any number of dice by spending 1 million for each die. Okay, so Asia has that and South America has that. So what I'm going to do is Asia and South America are each going to pay $1 million and not have to roll the die. Okay? Africa, North America, and Europe have to roll the die. So let's roll the die. So we'll start with Africa, and they're rolling equal. Reduce your food, fuel, and minerals by 1 point. Okay. Let's do Europe. They roll a plus. Raise your terror level 1. Okay. And let's do North America. Again, equal. And there we go. We have to reduce 1, 1, and 1. Okay, now we have to put a unit at 2. Okay, now we can put one more at 3. Now we have to put one on an adjacent place. And then you have these rules. Use the adjacent territory that contains Chronos. Well, there's no adjacent territory that contains Chronos. Contains the fewest invaders. Well, every adjacent territory has the same, which is 0. Contains the fewest coalition units. Well, every territory has the same 0. The player controlling Chronos chooses. So we get to choose, and we're going to put one in Alaska. Okay? Alright. Now, let's do the Bravo events. We have 2 of those. And we have place 1 invader unit in each territory of 1 coalition. Whew. Okay. We'll do this with South America. Yeesh. Okay. Alright, and then we have to put one on 2, which again, it's going to spread out. There we go. And our last Bravo event. Crop decimation. Each coalition either returns 2 million to the bank or reduces its MIC 4 points. Okay, I think what we'll do is each coalition will do that. 2 million to the bank. So Asia will put 2 million. Europe will do 2 million. South America will do 2 million. Africa will do 2 million. And we don't have nothing to stop that. North America will do 2 million. Okay. And then we have to put 1 on 1, which is here. Okay. Okay, that's it for our events. That is the event phase. Now we're going to go to the battle phase. And the battle phase is real easy. We're going to go country by country. So, what do we have here? We're going to have a problem here. And the reason being is that we have both units are power 1. Okay. We have a tie. We have 4 here, 4 here. So when the tie comes, the tie will go to the mercenary. I mean the Hydra. So the Hydra has now become the attacker. So here we go. All right, they kill one of our units. Kill another one of our units. They lose 1 unit and we lose 1 unit. And they lose 1 unit and we lose 1 unit. Okay. Now this country is not overrun. That's fine. But that was how that went. We got devastated in South America. Let's just put it like that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go to North America. Now we all have the same power and we have the numbers. So we're going to be the attacker. Oh, we lost. Horrible roll. Alright, we lose 1, they lose 1. They lost 1. They lost another one. And we lost 1. Come on. And they lost their drop ship. Now, so the drop ship has been destroyed. We can choose 1 dial to give us a little something. And I think I'm going to choose fuel. Okay. Let's take Africa. Well, we're going to have a fight here and we have a tie here. So let's start with that. They defeat us. Okay, we're going to have a fight here, but we are the attacking units. Well, they lose one, we lose one. They lose one, we lose one, and that's it. So, alright. Let's do Europe. We are the attacking units. And we destroy them. And now let's do Asia. And we are the attacking units. We have more. They have 4. We have 5. Plus, destroyed. Plus, destroyed. Plus, destroyed. Plus, destroyed. Okay, so we wiped them out really well over there. And Asia's going to choose, what do they want to choose? Let's choose a fuel as well for them. Okay, and that's the battle phase. We've taken all battles. Next up is the territory status. Now, if we had any overrun territories, we would put the cards on the part that's overrun. But we do not have any overrun territories. 3, 3, 3, 2. No overrun territories. This is close, but no. Okay, then we have territory invader movement. Now, if this is basically, let's say we had let me check. Let me see that draw ship. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Dang it. I forgot to do the adaptation. For how many units we killed. Every time we killed one of their units, we had to move the adaptation dial. They had 4 there. Let's move that to 4. Okay. We only killed 2 here. I know we killed 1 in Europe. I think Africa had 2. And North America, we'll say, had 3. So let's say they're at 11. Okay. Woo! Alright, wow. Alright. Okay. Now, they do count against the overrun. So let's say there were 3, 4 units here. One of these units would just move to an adjacent place, okay? But we don't have to worry about that because we don't have any overrun territories. So there we go. And that's the end of the warfare phase. Now we're on the maintenance phase. All right, so the Kronos control token goes to the player who has Kronos. Well, it's going to go to Africa now, so that's it. Terror level. Excuse me. In the terror level step, any coalition with at least 1 invader unit or dropship in any of its territories must raise its terror level by 1. Okay. Africa has a unit, so we're going to put their terror level at 1. We could use our relocation programs and spend $1 million to reduce it, and I think we're going to. So, there we go. North America can raise their terror level by 1, and we don't have any type of program to do that. So, there we go. South America can also, you can lower it by paying $2 million for each level. So we're going to pay $2 million. There we go. Europe does not have to worry. They don't have any bad guys in their territory. Asia has a buddy over there. They do have propaganda. They can spend $2 million, and they're going to do that. So there we go. Okay. Next up is MIC damage. Now there are a couple ways you have to do this here. This is the one step that does the most complex, and it's basically this. During this step, you must first reduce your military complex by 1 point due to the effects of the virus. Yeah, when these guys invaded, they unleashed a virus, and it's slowly killing us. So we don't have anything to negate that, so everybody's got to lower their military-industrial complex by 1. Okay. Next, you must reduce your MIC 1 point for each territory in your coalition that contains any invader units or drop ships. Okay, let's just start with Africa. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have to reduce it by 4, so that'll be 25. North America has 2, so they gotta reduce it by 2. South America has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they gotta reduce it by 5. Ooh. Europe has none. Asia has 1. Okay. Finally, you must pay the food upkeep costs for the points shown on your current MIC value. You must pay as much as cost as possible. If you cannot pay the entire cost, you must reduce your MIC by 1 point. Okay. So we have to pay 5 food. Africa does. They can pay it. Okay. North America has to pay 4, and they can pay it. South America has to pay 4, and they can pay it. Europe has to pay 5, they can pay it. Asia has to pay 8, and they can pay it. Okay. And that's it for that. Research readiness. We'll just flip over our research tokens. This is going back to Europe. Okay. Then we have dropships. Okay. Alright, first replace each dropship on the board with an invader unit. Okay. So we're going to replace this dropship. It's the only one left on the board. We're going to replace it with an invader unit. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. There we go. Alright, then the player in control of Kronos draws a dropship card and places his ships as indicated on the card. So we're going to draw a dropship card. We're going to put 1 in China. Here. Again in Argentina. That's not good. And 1 in Alaska. Okay. There we go. There's our dropship. Okay. And that's it. That is a round. We have completed our first round. South America is in big freaking trouble. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. They are pretty bad. Africa is not doing too good either. Europe is just fine. Asia's okay. And North America is okay. But South America and Africa, we got to start worrying about. Okay. Yeah, that's the first turn. So let me reset some things and we'll come right back. Alright, so I've done the development phase. I've done it off camera. And basically, as an overview, Africa bought some rogue clones, which is discard this card at any time to roll a die. If you roll a plus or equal, destroy 1 invader unit in any of your territories. Okay? And South America bought the warrior clones, which will give them a +1 power in one of their territories. Then in the unit deployment, I had to pay money and I deployed my units. I basically sent all my South America here. I put some more there in Alaska. Europe, none. I put some in Africa, and China or Asia didn't need to do any. The research. So basically, for research, I just about got all the countries at a tier 1. Europe has a tier 1 for everyone. Social programs, biological science, communications, military. Asia has the same. South America does not have biological sciences, but they have all the others. Africa does not have biological sciences, and North America does not have biological sciences, but they have all the others. The Kronos project. So I did the Kronos project. We now have done 2B, which is in Africa. And basically it says Kronos can take 3 move actions during this round. So that's good. So I need to get to North America and do that next turn. So that'll be part of his. And then the income. I adjusted everybody's income. And everybody's actually looking okay. I did do a trade with Europe and South America for some money. I gave them some fuel. We got some money so we can buy some stuff. So that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and start doing our turn here. So we're in the warfare phase. We got movement. And I think what I'm going to do, Africa is going to stay how it is. However, we are going to play the rogue clones, and we're going to try to kill 1 unit. Oh man, and I got a minus. What are the odds of that? So that did not work out worth a flip. Okay. South America, fine. North America. I'm going to deploy these 2 there, and he's going there. Europe, well, they're still good. I'm going to keep them how they're. I'm going to just move these guys back here. Asia, we're moving all our guys here. And now it's Kronos, and he can move 3 spaces. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3. Okay. So he's now in North America. All right, let's do our events. Our first event for Africa. Each coalition destroys one of its coalition units. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I'm going to do the alpha. We're going to do the alpha for that one. Each coalition rolls once for the following. Okay, we're going to do Bravo for that one. Alpha. Well, we'll do Alpha. Each coalition returns 2 million. We'll do Bravo. Alright, we'll do Alpha. Okay, those are the events. So let's shuffle these. And shuffle these. And we'll just flip them off the top here. Okay, so Alpha. Each coalition returns 1 million to the bank. Okay, that's paranoia. Now, let me see here. There's something with paranoia. I know there is. Huh. Okay, I don't have... Yeah, I don't have anything for that. So everybody's got to return 1 million. So 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay. Alright, we have to put a unit at 1 and 3. 1 here. And yeah, here. Okay, next up is Alpha. Each coalition reduces its food 1 point. Okay, that is crop decimation. I think we have something for that. Not here, so we have to reduce our food 1 point. They don't have that either, so they have to reduce their food 1 point. They don't have it either, so they have to reduce their food 1 point. If you roll it equal, you do not have to do that. All right, so that's good. And I believe they have the same thing. So Europe, no, they didn't make it. Okay, so we did that. All right, and so we have to put unit at 1 and 2. 2, 1. Okay, now. Our last Alpha, each coalition reduces its MIC by 2 points. That's bombardment. Do we have anything for bombardment? I don't think we do. So everybody's going to have to reduce it by 2. So go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we're going to put one at 3, which is here. Okay. All right. Now for the Bravo events. Each coalition returns 2 million to the bank. Okay. 2. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 2. Oops. And we have to put one at 3. Okay, they're overrun, so they're going to go here. Okay. And last Bravo is each coalition. Okay, we have the bombardment. I don't think I have that. No. So everybody's got to roll. So we'll start with Africa. Plus, raise your terror level 1. Okay. North America. Minus, destroy one of your coalition units. Okay. Well, I'll destroy that one. South America. Reduce your food, fuel, and minerals. Okay. Europe. Destroy one of your coalition units. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry. Over here. And Asia. Raise your terror level. Okay. Alright. And we have to put somebody at 2. And there. Alrighty. So. Contains the fewest invader units. It's all ties. So we'll just put it there. Okay. Alright. We're done with our events. Okay. Let's do our battles. Okay, we'll start here at, excuse me, South America. Now, we do have the warrior clones, but we don't need them. Well, we do. We tie. However, they're gonna give us a +1 power, so we will be 2 power. So we will be the attacking unit. Okay, they lose 1, we lose 1. We lose 1, that stinks. They lose 1, we lose 1. This is not working out too well. Oh man, they lose 1, we lose 1. Okay, so that's where we're at. That was horrid. South America's having problems, man. They are having problems. Okay, let's go North America. They have 4, we have 5. We are the attackers. Alright, they lose. They lose. They lose. And they lose 1, we lose 1, but we destroyed a drop ship. So we get to boost up one of our things. Let's boost up our military industrial complex. Africa, well, we're tied in power, but we have them outnumbered, so, well, alright. Europe, no fighting in Europe. And Asia, well, we have them outnumbered. Destroy 1. Equal, man, you know what? Hold on. Dang it. They had 3 here. 1, 2, okay, so they have an adaptation. Draw a drop ship card and place 1 invader unit in each of the first places. Okay, that's an adaptation card. Alright, so we're going to put Ethiopia. Okay, Venezuela. And Union of Central European States. Okay, alright, so we did that. They had 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. They had 1 there. Europe we didn't fight, but we're going to go ahead and fight now. Alright, so we lose 1, they lose 1. Okay. And then here they had 2. We've already did that, so we do the last one with them. Equal. Alright, they lose 1, we lose 1. I keep forgetting the adaption. I gotta remember that. Okay. So Asia can pick something, and they'll pick minerals. Okay, that's it for battle. Territory status. There are no overrun territories, believe it or not. Okay. We won't have any invader movement. Now we do Chronos control. Well, it's going to North America. Terror level. Okay. So we have to raise our terror level for 1 for... So South America will raise their terror level. North America will raise their terror level. However, I think we have the thing. You can lower your terror level by 1 by spending 1 million. So they're going to spend 1 million, and so our terror level is still there. And then I can spend 2 million, which I'm going to do, and we're going to lower it off the board again. Okay. South America. We already raised theirs, I'm sorry. Africa, we're going to have to raise, so let's go ahead and do that. Europe, we don't have to raise. Asia, we got to raise, but Asia, we're going to spend 1 million, and it's just going to stay there. Okay, so there we go. All right. Ooh, MIC damage. Okay, everybody loses. During the MIC, reduce the number of points you lose due to invader units by 1. Okay, let's start with Africa. They lose 1 for that. And then they have invader units in 3 places. But we have the refugee services, so we're only going to lose them in 2 places. Okay. North America, they lose 1 for the virus. They have 2 places, but we have the refugee services, so we're only going to lose 1 more. South America, woo. Okay, let's lose 1 for that. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they do have the refugee services, so they're going to lose 4. They're down to 11. Europe does not have to worry about it. Asia would only have to do 1, but I believe they have the refugee services too, so they're not going to lose any. Okay, let's pay for our food cost. For food, here, we don't have the biological sciences. They don't have the biological sciences, so they are going to lose 3 food. They don't have the biological sciences, so they're going to lose 3 food. They do have the biological sciences, so roll a die. No, when your food upkeep is reduced by 1. Okay, so they're at 5, so they're only going to lose 4. And they have the biological sciences as well. They would lose 6. Okay. Research readiness. Boop. 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 And let's see here. Last but not least. Dropships. Alright, let's figure out where some dropships are going to go. We have to take him off the board, and we'll put an invader unit there. Let's see where we're going to have our dropships. Bolivia. Where the hell's Bolivia? Oh yeah, right here. That's not good. Okay. Mexican influence zone. Okay. And North African Concord. Right here. No, wait, that's not. Wait a minute. North Africa Concord. Oh, it's right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's it for that round. Alright, so we're going to do the next round. I'm going to stop it right here. We'll do the development phase off camera, okay? Alright, so I did my development phase. I had Africa buy these roll clones. It's where you roll to get rid of a unit. And I had South America buy some warrior clones. That gives you +1 power in one of your territories. For the unit deployment, well, I put 2 here for North America, all 4 here for South America, Africa, Europe, and then Asia. Our research, I did a lot of research. I got so Africa has full tier 1 on everything. North America has full tier 1 on everything, but they have tier 2 on military equipment, and basically that is a missile defense thing. So when you trigger by orbital assault or bombardment, you can roll to negate some of that. South America got the tier 1 on everything. Asia got the tier 2 on military and communications. Now, they still have the viral video, and then during the maintenance phase you can lower your terror, and then you gain +1 to your command and control. Okay? So, you know, the research is after the unit deployment, so we still have the same, but now we're +1. Okay? I have to remember that too. So, you know what, I may put a 1 up here. There now, another one there. I don't know if I remember that. Europe, they have tier 2 on social programs, communications, and military equipment. So they have paranoia effect and education campaigns, which can help lower your terror. So Europe's leading the way in the technology department, and they've been pretty free for this whole time. So I think we're doing all right on research for everybody. You know, South America and Africa are a little bit behind, but that's just because, man, they're just getting overrun all the time. Whew. The Kronos project. We fulfilled our Kronos project. So we were able, all we had to do was pay 4 food and 4 million, and I shared that amongst everybody. And I did do one trade. Asia traded with South America. Asia gave South America some money, and South America gave Asia some minerals. And so it says increase the size of the Gem Black Market by 1. We now have 4 over there. Kronos can move through territories that contain drop ships. So drop ships don't block him anymore. Our next one, though, is the European. We got to go to Europe. So we can head to Europe this round. So we did pretty good. And then I adjusted our income, and we're still, we're okay. Africa is low on food. U.S. is low on mineral. Everybody's low on stuff. But I think we're okay. So let's go ahead and do our movement phase. And I'm not moving anybody here. I'm going to move everybody here. Europe is all going to move here. Africa here is going to move. I'm going to move. What is Africa? They have the rogue. Well, let's try and see if we can do the rogue real quick. Alright, that's a plus. So we can get rid of 1 unit. And let me see who I want to get rid of. I think I want to get rid of one of these guys here. I'm going to play my chances here. So we're going to deploy 2 there and 2 there. Asia is going to deploy everybody here. And I think we'll keep 2 here. And I think that's what we're going to do. Kronos will now move to the Western European pack. That's 1. Let's move him here. So he's going to Europe. Okay. Let's do our events. Shall we? Okay. First event. Bombardment. Okay, we're going to do Bravo. Alpha, see, draw a drop ship and place 1 invader unit. Ugh. No. Okay. We're going to do Alpha on that one. We'll do. That's not good. I don't know what I want to do with this. I mean, we're playing fast and loose. I mean, I can afford to in every place. No, I can't. Okay, we're going to have to go with alpha on that. Okay, we'll go with Bravo. And we'll go Alpha. Okay, 3 Alphas, 2 Bravos. Let's see what we got. Alright, each coalition rolls twice for the following. Okay, now we have a viral video. Now, I believe everybody can try to avoid that. So, every viral video, you can avoid rolling any enemy number of dice by paying 1 million. Well, Africa is going to pay the millions and not roll. Same with North America, same with South America, same with Europe, and same with Asia. Alright, so we have to do a ground war 2 and 3 here and here. Okay, next Alpha. Each coalition reduces its MIC by 2. That's a bombardment. Now, alright, if you roll an equal, we don't do it the effect. So North America can roll. They got a plus. Asia can roll. They don't have to do that. And Europe can roll. Alright, so Asia can avoid that. So they're the only 2 that can avoid it. Okay, then we have to put somebody at 2. Mexican zone again. Okay, and our Alpha. Draw a dropship card. It's orbital assault and place 1 invader unit in each of the 3 territories. Okay. Eastern United States. Now, can they avoid the orbital assault? If we roll an equal, we don't have to. No, well, we didn't roll an equal. So we have to put 1 in the Eastern United States. Indonesian refugee zone. Okay. Asia can do that. They didn't roll an equal, so we have to put a unit there. And the Central African Accord, well, they have to. They don't have, they're not military 2. So let's go ahead and put that there. And then we have to put somebody at, somebody at 1, which is here. Okay. Alright. Now for our Bravo event. Draw a dropship card and place, okay, well, again, Nordic Confederacy. Now they can roll. They get an equal. Well, no, we got to put a unit at the Nordic Confederacy. The domain of Ethiopia, well, they don't have that, so we got to put a unit there. And the Western United States, we can roll. We didn't get it equal, so there we go. Okay. And we have to put 1 at 1. Okay, so now this is overrun. We'll put it there. Alright. And our last event. Each coalition reduces its MIC. Well, alright, let's see if we can negate the bombardment. Africa cannot, so they have to do that. We can roll for North America. No, well, didn't work. South America, I have to do that. Europe can roll. Nope. And Asia can roll. Okay, they worked out pretty good. And we have to put 1 at 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to put 1 here. Okay, we put 1 there. And we put 1 there. Okay, so there we go. There are our events. Not very good. Let's do our battles. Alright, let's start over here in South America. Now we have a tie here. But South America has the warrior clones. They will get a +1 power. So they have the upper hand on power. So they will have good. So it's equal 1 and 1. Let's do our adaptation. I want to forget that. Minus, come on. Equal 1 and 1. South America is just having problems. Plus, okay. And a plus. So the drop ship is destroyed. And South America will boost their MIC up 1. Okay. And that's it for South America. Let's do North America. Okay, we'll start up here. We are definitely the attacker there. So we kill him, no problem. Okay, here we have warrior clones. So we're our +1 power, so our power is greater than them. So we will be the attackers, even though we have less people. So here we go. All right, 1 and 1. All right, plus. Plus. Okay, wait a minute, we got to do an adaptation here. Alright, draw a dropship card and place 1 invader unit in each of the first 3 listed territories. Venezuela. Okay. Union of Central European States. Okay. And Eastern United States. Okay. Well, we got problems here. These are overrun. And that's a surprise attack, so it is not... we can't do anything about it. And last but not least, we destroy the dropship. So North America will gain another MIC. Alright. Alright, so that's where we're at there. Let's do Africa. We have 2 here. We kill him. Okay, now Africa, I don't have anything. So, so it is a tie, so we will not be the attacker. We lose. They lose. And it's equal, we both lose. Okay. And now we have Europe, and we have the numbers, so we are the attackers. Alright, 1 and 1. We destroy 1. And we destroy their dropship. Okay, so let's see what Europe wants to give. We'll give an MIC as well. And Asia, well, we have the numbers. So let's do that. We destroy 1 and destroy another one. Okay, so there went that. All battles are accounted for. Okay. All right. Territory status. Okay, we're gonna have a problem. Boy. Alright. This is an equal, so Venezuela has been overrun. So let's get Venezuela. They are overrun. There we go. The Eastern United States. And we have to move one of these guys, and we'll move them here, will be overrun. I have to see if labs can be in overrun territories. I don't know if we can have a lab, and I don't think we can. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. And we did our invader movement. We moved one there. Okay, Chronos control is going to Europe. Terror level. Okay, so for everybody that has invader units, the terror level is going to go up by 1. So there we go. They can do nothing about it. And that ain't money. North America, it's got to go up by 1. Hold on. Yeah, because it costs us money, and hardly anybody has any money. Africa has got to go up by 1. Europe can spend $1 million and lower their terror level, so we're good on that. And Asia will not have to worry about that. Okay, MIC damage. Well, of course, everybody has to lose. I'm pretty sure everybody still has to lose 1 for the virus. So let's do that. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, they can try to negate that terror level thing because of the social programs, because they're tier 2, but as at the end of the maintenance phase. So we have to wait to the end of the maintenance phase to do that. All right. Okay, so Africa has 2 countries that have invader units, so we have to do 2 on them. North America has 3. Wait a minute, enter a thing. Okay, that's right. They have the social programs, so we'll move them up one. So everybody has social programs. Okay, so South America is only going to lose 3. Hey. Europe is going to lose 1. And Asia isn't going to lose any. Okay. And then we got to pay for our food. 3 food. They don't have it. So they have to go by 1. Okay, their food is 2. They can pay it, but it's only reduced by 1 because of the, yeah, 1. 1 food, they don't have to pay it. 4 food, well, they have to pay that. So, and 7 food, they definitely have to pay that. Okay. Alright. Research readiness. Alright, flip our tokens. But like I said, I don't think we can do, I had to double check on that, but I don't think we can have a lab at overrun territory, so we do that. And drop ships. Let's get some drop ships here. Siberia, Western United States, and Nigerian League. Okay. Okay, that's the end of that round. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to do the development phase and figure out what I can, if I can, with the labs. So, we'll do that when we get back. Okay, so we're back. I didn't buy any again mercenaries except for, now South America and Asia traded some money. Okay, so South America could buy some mercenaries, so they bought some warrior clones, which gives them +1 power. Okay, they gave Asia some minerals. All right, my unit deployment. I didn't deploy any units except for one in South America. I needed to save all my money that I had for the Kronos project. So I was not able to deploy any units except for one, and that was one South American unit. So we're going to take a beating this round. Okay, so research, I wasn't able to research anything. As I said, I needed to save my money. This lab is no good since it got taken over. You cannot use this lab. But, however, I was able to do the Kronos project. And because I funded it, I was able to 6 food, 6 fuel, 3 minerals, 6 million, and 5 industrial complex points. Each coalition can immediately upgrade one technology without paying the cost. The devastation stage is triggered at the end of the current round. Okay, so next round we're going to start giving these devastation assault cards, and the dropship stuff is going to start doing 4. Okay, but that's at the end of this round. And so we now can either go to North America. The problem is this place is overrun. I can't go there yet, right? Yeah. But I can go here to Asia and do this one. This will cost me 6 food and 10 industrial complex points. Asia's got plenty of industrial complex points, so I probably will head him that way next turn. Okay, so we've done that. Then we adjusted our income. We needed it bad, and so that's it. I did move my troops to where they could move. So you're going to see there's a lot of open places on the board. So let's go ahead and handle our events and see what bad luck we get. Okay, see here. Viral video. Okay, we'll do alpha. Alpha here. Each coalition raises its terror. Okay, we'll do alpha. Each coalition either returns 2 million to the bank. Ooh, each coalition reduces. Okay, we'll do Bravo. Do Bravo. Bravo. Okay, so we have 2 alphas and 3 Bravo. Ugh. Alright, let's get it going here. Alright. So the first alpha, each coalition raises its terror 2 levels. Now that's paranoia. I do have some paranoia stuff on some of these. Who has the paranoia? I thought somebody had a paranoia. Oh yeah, roll a die when affected by a paranoia event. Okay, so Asia, Europe, are the only 2 that can do that. So let's see. So all right, so if we roll an equal, we don't suffer the effects. So Asia and Europe. Asia, alright, so Asia doesn't suffer. Europe doesn't suffer. So the only ones that suffer is everybody else. So their terror level goes up 2. Their terror level goes up 2. And their terror level goes up 2. Alright. And we have to put a thing at 1 and 2. Okay. Next alpha. Viral video. Okay. I think we have something for that. Who has that? Viral video. Yes, everybody has that. Alright, we can... Everybody can spend $1 million and does not have to do that. So we've done that. And now we have 1 and 2. Okay, 2. 1. Okay. Now for the Bravo events. Each coalition reduces its food by 2 points. Okay, we do have that. Biological science. Roll a die. Okay. If we get equal, we don't have to. Well, okay, they didn't get it equal, so they got to reduce it by 2. North America, they didn't get it equal, so they got to reduce it by 2. South America, they got an equal, so they don't have to worry. Europe, they got an equal, so they don't have to worry. And Asia, they have to reduce it by 2. Okay. And we have to put somebody at 3. Right here. Alright. Each coalition reduces its MIC 1 point. Okay, who had the paranoia? It was Europe, and Asia had the paranoia. Okay, and Europe. Alright, well, everybody's got to do it then. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, we put a unit at 1 and 3. Okay, well, we'll be overrun pretty soon. Each coalition, a bombardment. Alright, so we do have the bombardment. If we roll a equal, we don't have to do it. So Africa doesn't have to do it. North America, they do have to do it. South America, yep. Europe, yep. And Asia does not. And we got to put something at 1, 2, and 3. Jeez. Okay, so here, here, here. Wow. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so let's work on our battle. Okay, so we have here now. Fortunately, we have the warrior clone, so it's going to give us +1 power. So we are the attackers. So we kill one, kill another, kill this one. So that's it. We've killed 3 of theirs. Okay, North America, we are even Steven right here. And it's an equal, so both lose 1, and they will adapt. And let me see here. Spawn 1 invader unit at the lowest number drop ship. If there is no drop ship in play, move 2 invader. Okay, spawn 1 at the lowest number drop ship. That's 1 over there. And he's actually going to move. Let's see, he can't move there. He's got to either go here or here. Or, actually, he can go to Alaska. Yeah. Okay. Now we have North America here. And we are tied. So, yeah. Yep. So, we are not the attackers. Okay, 1 and 1. Okay, we lose 1. We lose another one. They lost 1. And we lost. Okay. Africa. Well, we have the advantage here. So, let's go ahead and roll. 1 and 1. Okay. Europe, well, we have the advantage here. So they lose. And Asia. Alright, does Asia have any? They do not. So they will be at a disadvantage. Alright, they lose. They lost. And we lose. Okay. Wow. Man. Alright, territory status. Venezuela is still overrun. This is still overrun. Okay, this area now, the Nigerian League is overrun. Wow. Okay, Europe is okay. Siberia is actually overrun. Okay, any movements? Okay, well, we got to remove the drop ships. One there, and this one will go on here. Ah, man, what the hell? Okay. All right. And do we have any invader movement? No, we don't. So that's how that's going to be. Alright, Chronos control. Well, it's still in Europe there. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to move him. He's actually going to be under Asia's control. Duh. Okay, terror level. Oof. Okay, well, let's start with Africa. They surely are. But we can pay. You can lower your terror level by 1. So it's going to stay there. During May, you can lower your terror level by spending 2 million. And I will spend 2 million. There we go. North America, yep. It's going to go there. Now I can spend 1 million to lower it again. And I can spend 2 million, so I'm going to lower it even more. Okay. South America. One, two, yep. So it's going to go up 1. But we can spend 1 million. And I will spend 2 to lower it 1 more. Europe, we'll just spend 1 million and it'll stay where it's at. And Asia, we'll spend 3 and it'll stay where it's at. Okay. MIC damage. Alright. Let's take a look at Africa. Okay, they're only going to lose 2 points. North America is going to lose 3. Jeez. South America is only going to lose 2. Europe is only going to lose none. Asia is only going to lose 1. And then we have to do the, of course, the virus thing. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, South America is nearly freaking dead. That's where they're at, so South America's almost gone. Then we have to do the food. Okay. They have the reduced, so they only lose 1 food. They have that, so they only lose 1. They don't have to lose any. They lose 1, 2, sorry. And they have 5. They have to lose 4. Okay. Okay. Drop ships. Okay. Indonesian refugee zone. Eastern United States. Kenya Federation. Alright, well that's it, man. That's horrible. I'm gonna have to trade some MIC with Asia, South America, man. They gotta they maybe trade some to North America as well. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Okay, well if we're at the development stage, let's go see what we can do. Alright, so we're back. So what I did was I bought a bunch of mercenaries, I bought a bunch of rogue clones, and I bought some blasted hybrids. North America got the blasted hybrids, and Africa, Asia, and South America each got the clones where if you roll and you get a plus or equal, you can kill 1 unit, and we did that. So there's what they look like, that's what they look like. Africa and Asia even did that. So that came in handy. Unit deployment, well, I was only able to deploy 4 units here. 4 in North America. I could do more, but I couldn't afford it. Europe's were looking really good. African I did 4, and Asia I did. They have a +1 power now, so they can do 6. We did our research. Alright, so I paid 6 food and 10 military industrial complex points. Asia gave South America some of its military industrial complex points, and they paid all of that for the research, so they're at 10. Europe gave America some of its industrial research complex points too. So it says shuffle the discarded Again mercenary cards and put them at the bottom of the Again mercenary deck. Reshuffle the Again mercenary discards when the deck runs out, so it won't run out now. Chronos can move through overrun territories and dead zones. Okay, so that's important. Next, I need to get him to North America. And then I adjusted my income, and we're still, you know, some countries are doing better than others. We're still a little bit borderline on some things, but we're as good as we can. Okay, so let's do our movement. And really, we're going to move our South American guys here. Okay. Our North American guys are going to stay there. Our African guys are going to move to this here. Our European guys, I think, they have military? No, they didn't pay for it. Okay. So, excuse me, our European guys are just going to move, I'm going to move 3 here. And our Asian guys, I'm going to move 3 here and 3 here. Now their power is 2, so they're pretty good. That's what we're going to do. And now we're going to move Chronos, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3. Since he can go to dead zones and stuff like that, that's where he's at. Okay, let's do our events. Now we're doing devastation events now, so remember that. Okay, so I can choose each coalition rolls twice. Each coalition returns 4 million to the bank. 4 million, that's a lot of money. Okay, we're going to do the Bravo. Each coalition returns 4 million. Each coalition reduces its MIC. Okay, we're going to have to do Alpha. Place 1 invader unit as a Chronos standee. Huh. You know what? I don't think I can end my turn. So I gotta have. I'm thinking I gotta put him here. Yeah, because he was here, right? He was here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I don't think I can end my thing. Okay, so place one event in each territory of the coalition that has the chrono standee. Draw a drop ship. Okay, we're going to do the alpha. Okay. Crop decimation. We're going to do the alpha. And one more. We're going to do the bravo. Okay. So I have 3 alphas, 2 bravos. Alright, so let's see what we got now. Each coalition returns 4 million to the bank. Now, oh, that's right. I have to. See, it says, wait a minute, it was. At the end of this current round. That's right. I should have put another drop. 4 should have came in. Union of the Central European States. Okay, well, right here. So actually, I'm going to keep everybody there. All right. I made a boo-boo. All right, each coalition returns 4 million to the bank, but we have the bombardment, so let me see. Africa. They have to do that. Okay. North America. Yeah, they have to do that. South America. Yeah, they have to do that. Europe? No. Asia? Yes. Okay. Alright, and let's put a ship at, a unit at 1, 2, and 4. There's one at 2, 4. Where's 1? Here we go. Okay. Next, Alpha. Place one invader unit in each territory of the coalition that has a chrono standee. That's orbital assault. So Europe has the standee. They have to do the orbital assault. We can roll to see if we can ignore the effects. We get an equal. We don't have to. Well, we have to. Okay, so we have to put 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here. There's defenses 3. Okay. Alright, now we have to do 1, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 3, and 4. Okay. Next one, each coalition reduces its food by 2 points. Okay, so we have the crop decimation. I think we have do it equal. So Africa, they have to reduce it. North America, they don't. South America, yes. Europe, yes. And Asia, yes. Okay. And then we have 1. I'm running out of soldiers here. Alright, so we have 1, 2. Okay, this is going to be overrun, so we're going to put it there, and 3. Alright. Okay. Okay. Now we have our 2 Bravo events. Alright, bombardment. Actually, I'm sorry. I was going to do Alpha. And what it is we can pay 2 million to negate that. So everybody, because of the thing, can pay 2 million. North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. And we have to do 2 and 3. Okay, that is not adjacent. Alright, and now there we go. Okay, last but not least, each coalition reduces its food. Okay, we do that again. Alright, let's see if we roll a equal. Africa doesn't. North America does, so they have to reduce their food by 2. South America, yep, they by 2. Europe by 2. And Asia by 2. Okay, and then we have some at 4. Four is here. Okay, so there we go. So let's go ahead and start working on our battles. Okay, let's start with South America. I know it's not all the dice. There we go. South America has equal power, but they have the numbers. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we destroy 1. Alright, we lose 1, they lose 1. And we destroy 1. Alright, so Venezuela has now been basically liberated, so that'll be good. Okay, North America. Alright, so they have 4, we have 4. However, we have the blasted hybrids. So, we're going to be +1 power. So we will be the attackers. Destroy. Alright, they lose 1, we lose 1. And now they have the adaptation persistent. Alright, so their power level is now 2. But for this, we are still the attackers. It's not going to change in the middle of it. Okay, there we go. And we lose 1, they lose 1, but we destroyed a drop ship. And we're going to boost up our military-industrial complex. Okay, now all battles, these guys have 2 power. Okay, so Africa is going to be a problem now, because Africa is power 1. And they were going to lose anyway, so let's go ahead and resolve this. Okay, they lost 1. Look at that. That's good luck. Well, we lost 1. We lost another. We lost another. And we got decimated. Okay. Alright. Europe, we have a battle up here. And we are not the attacker. But they lose 1 and we lose 1. Okay, now right here, we are not the attacker either. Europe still has the military tier 2, so they are still power 1. We don't have anything to help us, so... Okay, they lose 1, we lose 1. That's about as good as we can get. We lose 1. We lose another. They lose 1, we lose 1. And that is the end of that battle. Okay, now Asia is a different story. We are power level 2. So they are power level 2, so it's still going to be a problem. So we got to get our power levels up. Okay, so we'll start up here. Oh, we lost 1. They lost 1, we lost 1. And we lost. Okay, now over here, they lost 1, we lost 1. Alright, we lost. They lost 1, and we lost 1. So that's where we're at. Okay, wow. What's, whew. Okay, let's look at our territory status. We have now liberated Venezuela. So we can flip this. We have liberated the eastern United States. So we can flip this and we get our lab back. Alright, Canada is now overrun though. So, alright. Africa here, let's see. Nigerian is already overrun. This one here is Kenya Federation. They are overrun. Two, three. The capital, has been overrun. Wow. We lost the capital. I have to see what happens with that. And no. And yes, the Indonesian refugee zone has been overrun. Wow. Okay. So we're going to replace some units. We're going to put one here. We're going to put one here. And we're going to put one here. Okay. Whew. Alright, invader movement. We won't have any invader movement. So that's okay. So now we have Chronos control. Well, it's still European. And we have the terror level. Okay, so Africa terror level will go up. North America's terror level will go up. South America's terror level will go up. Europe's terror level will go up. And Asia's terror level will go up. Everybody's terror level went up. MIC damage. Okay. Alright, everybody's thing's going down 1 because of the virus thing. Alright. Alright, now for every territory. South America actually doesn't go down. They only have 1 territory taken over, but because of their where's that at? During the you reduce refugee services. Yeah, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, North America will go down 2. Africa, 1, 2, 3, 4 will go down 3. Europe, who was so great, just got devastated. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll go down 3. And Asia will go down 2. Wow. Now let's do our food. Alright. 2 food. We only have to lose 1 though. So because of our nutritional advances. We don't lose any here. We don't lose any here. We lose 1. 2. We lose 1. Okay, let's research readiness. Alright, and let's pick drop ships. Western European Defense Pact. Right here. Nigerian League. That's right here. the Venezuela here, and India here. Okay, let me check on the capital thing, and then we'll do the other stages. But yeah, I think we can survive. Well, we still got a couple more rounds we're going to have to do. So, alright, I'll see you. Alright, so I looked at the capital thing. And so you use these tokens. And if you get 3 of these tokens on your capital is destroyed. And basically it's like 3 turns if the capital is overrun. So, I don't know if this game's going to last 3 more turns. So, our capital's still good. But if it gets destroyed like that, then the country's destroyed. Okay, so again, mercenaries. The only mercenaries I got was Europe. Got these blasted hybrids that get them a +1 power. Unit deployment. Again, I was short on funds. So we have 4 here for South America, 4 there for North America, 3 for Europe, 4 for Africa, and 4 for Asia. Not that good. Our research, I did no research. Couldn't afford it. Our Kronos project. Now I did do the Kronos project. All it cost was $10 million. And that was what Europe paid for it. And it's basically a coalition can use 1 Gin mercenary clone without discarding it each round. Each clone can be used only once. So I can keep that clone. I can only use it once. So the next one is I can do this at any place, anytime, or any place the next thing. So we just got to survive a couple more rounds and we'll be good to go. Okay, income I did, I say it's okay. It's not great. Movement, well, I moved everybody to where I was and I moved Kronos there. So let's go ahead and get to the event stage. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, place 1 invader that has a Kronos standee, or draw a dropship card and place 1 invader in each of the 4 territories listed. Okay, we'll do Bravo. Bombardment. We'll do Bravo again. Alpha. We'll do the Alpha. Yeah, raises its terror. We'll do Alpha. And we'll do the Alpha. Huh. So we got 3 Alphas, 2 Bravos. Alright, so the first Alpha is Bombardment. Roll twice. Now remember, we can pay to not do that. So each country is going to pay 2 million to not roll it. Okay, and we have to put somebody at 1 and 2. So, okay, well this is going to be overrun. So it's going to go here. And 1 is there. Alright. Another Alpha. Alright, raises its terror 2 levels. Some people have the paranoia thing. Yes. Alright. Africa, if they roll equal, they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. Social programs tier 2. America, they rolled equal, they don't have to do that. South America. Okay, well they have to raise their terror 2 levels. Europe, they got to raise their 2 levels, and Asia, they got to raise theirs 2 levels. Okay, and we only have 1 at number 2, which is going to move. Now I can choose which one. I guess we'll move that one here. Okay, Alpha, viral video. Each coalition rolls twice. Again, I can pay to not have to do that. So, oh man, you know what I forgot to do? The whole, yeah. Okay, so we're going to pay. They're going to pay. South America will pay. Europe will pay. And Asia will pay. If okay, now we have to put one on each place on that. So this is going to be terrible. Okay, one is going to move. I can put it with the fewest, so I'll put it there. Two was going to go here. 3 is there. And 4 is here. Okay. Okay, now for the Bravos. Each coalition returns 4 million to the bank. Alright, so let's see if we can get rid of the bombardment here. If we're rolling equal, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, well, Africa has got to get rid of 4 million. North America, oh, they got to get rid of 4 million. South America, they don't have to. Europe, they don't have to. And Asia, they don't have to. So that actually worked out pretty good. Alright, and now our troopers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1 is going here. Actually, it's going here. And they're going to be overrun there. 2. Where's 2? I can't. Alright, right here. Yeah, they're going to be here. 3. What we get there. And 4. Okay, the last Bravo. Draw up sharpship card. Okay. Now, that is a orbital assault. So, India, if we roll equal, we don't have to do that. No, we have to do that. So India will be overrun. So we're going to have to put one. Put one there. Alaska. Yes, they have to have one as well. Peru. Yep. And Dominion of Ethiopia. Yes. Okay, and so it's going to, man, Africa's bad. Okay. That's it for the events. Woo. Alright, let's do... Jeez. Let's do our battles. And we'll start in South America. Now we are a lesser power. We have nothing to help us. So they are the attackers. Okay, they destroy one of our units. They destroy another one of our units. They destroy another unit. Alright, 1 and 1. Alright, that's it. Okay, North America. They are still the higher power. So, let's see. Okay, they lose. It's good. They destroy one of ours. Destroy another one of ours. Destroy another one of ours. Come on. And they lost. So that was actually good. Okay. Africa has nothing to help them. So they are the defenders. The aliens are the attackers. Alright, 1 and 1. They lost. We lose. They lost. Look at that. Okay. Alright. Europe. Okay, now Europe has the blaster hybrids, which is going to give them +1 power. So they still actually are going to be tie. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so they're still going to be tie. Alright, 1 and 1. Alright, we have an adaptation here. Ground push. Spawn 1 invader unit at the lowest number drop ship. If there are no drop ships in play, okay, 1 invader unit at the lowest number drop ship, which is drop ship number 1, which is here. Okay. We lose. We lose again. Okay, now the Asia thing, we are actually 2 power. They are 2 power, so we have the advantage in numbers. So we're going to go ahead and be the attacker. Alright, we lose 1, they lose 1. We lost 1. And they lost 1. Alright. Okay, so now all the battles are done. Let's take a look at our territory status. Okay. Okay. Let's remove this drop ship. Let's remove this drop ship. Let's remove that drop ship. And let's remove this drop ship. Okay. So, okay. Alright. This is Nordic. They are overrun. This place is no longer overrun, but it hasn't been liberated. So it's still like that. But we don't have to put, it's not overrun, so we're not going to put a token there. Actually, it will be, because they're going to move now, and they're going to overrun that place. And so we're going to put a second token over there in Europe, there. And this place, the North African Confederacy, has been overrun. And every territory in Europe except for the Russian influence zone is overrun. And man, I'm gonna tell you something. Man, Europe at one point was strong as hell. Okay, so let's check out Asia. So we're gonna have to move them there. And India is overrun. So we gotta lose a lab. Okay. And now Africa. Okay, well, the domain of Ethiopia is overrun. Alright. The Central African Accord is now overrun. And that is our capital. So we're going to have to put a token on them. Of course, this is going to move, and they cannot move, so they'll go down here. So the only place good in Africa is the Kenya Federation. Okay. Boy, we got a lot of overrun places. South America is not overrun. Okay. So we've done territory status. We've done invader movement. Canada has been liberated. So let's liberate Canada. We have a soldier there, so that's fine. Alright. Chronos control. North America. Our terror level. Alright, so let's see here. Of course, South America, but if we roll a we can roll this to, we can spend 1 million to not have our terror level raised. Africa can't do it, so, but we can roll if we get a minus. Well, okay. North America, their terror level is going up. We roll, we didn't get a minus. South America, their terror level is going up. Europe and Asia. Okay, Asia staying where it's at. Alright. MIC damage. Alright. Okay, everybody loses 1. Okay. Alright. Now, we have to lose 1 for every territory. So Africa has 1, 2, 3, 4 places. They're only going to lose 3. So they're down to 2. North America has 1, 2. They're only going to lose 1. South America has 3. They're only going to lose 2. Europe has 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to lose 3. And Asia has 1, 2, 3, 4. They are going to lose 3. Okay. And let's do our food. They only have to lose 1. They don't have to lose any food because of the thing. They won't lose any food. They won't lose any food. They won't. They won't. Alright, let's do our research readiness. We're good. And let's see where we're going to do our drop ships. Alright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright. Sorry for the baby crying. Alright, so there's no way I'm going to win this thing unless I finagle something really cool. Okay. Now first, I want to read you the rules for coalition defeat. A coalition is defeated if its military-industrial complex dial reaches 0 or if it has 3 capital damage tokens. A defeated coalition can no longer trade, return all its money tokens to the bank, and set all dials on its console to 0. A defeated coalition continues to draw event cards during the event step as long as it has coalition units in play. It continues to move units and resolve battles during this warfare phase. Okay. There's no way I'm going to win this game because I cannot pay the military-industrial complex part of this unless every country except North America sacrifices itself. So I have finagled a way to do it. Okay, so I did not buy any Gin mercenaries. Let's go over that. No Gin mercenaries. Although North America has one because he traded it to Europe for some food. So I have the blasted hybrids. Okay. Alright. Unit deployment. Now, I have deployed a few units. I only have 2 for Asia, and I moved them there. I have 4 for Europe, 5 for North America, and 3. I could have did more, but I need the money. And I need the money for my $4 million for this. Okay? That's what I need the money for. Okay? So, research. They didn't do any research. Okay? Didn't do any. Can't afford it. Need every dollar I have. And you're going to see why. Alright, the Kronos project. Okay. This is what it costs for food. Now, the United States had plenty of food to give. They gave up the 4 food. The North America. Fuel. Okay. That came from South America. They had plenty of fuel. No problem. 4 fuel. Minerals. Well, that came from Africa. They had 18 for crying out loud. No problem. $4 million. I have $4 million, just $4 million. That's all I have. Between all my countries, I have $4 million. And I gave it up. That's why I didn't do any research. That's why I didn't buy any mercenaries. That's why I only spent enough to put a few units out. Now, the last part is the military industrial complex. Okay, so I had 3 at Asia, 3 at Europe, 2 at South America, and 2 at Africa. That's 10. And I have 3 at North America. That is 10 for the military industrial complex. That is 10. That means that Africa goes to 0, South America, Europe, and Asia go to 0. That means they have been defeated. They have been destroyed. They're gone. Okay, now remember what it said. It says can no longer trade. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to trade. I've already done all the trading I can do. Return all its money tokens to the bank. Okay, that's fine. We didn't have any. And set all dials on its console to 0. So I will go ahead and do that. So they've been defeated. 0. 0. 0. 0. Of course, you know I was going to pick North America anyways because that's where I'm from. We're the good old US of A. But also Kronos was there and I didn't have to worry about moving him someplace. And it's the least chance of him getting overrun. Okay, so we've done all that. Now, we continue to draw event cards. So we're going to draw event cards and resolve event cards as long as it has units in play. Now remember, I bought enough units before we did this. Now, there's no rules in this book that says a country cannot willingly go down to 0. There's nothing that says that. So, they self-sacrifice to save the world. Okay? There's nothing that says they can't go down to 0. And if you do it in order, that would be the last one they do. So they can help pay all the other ones, and then the last part is the military-industrial complex. So, that's the way I took it. Now, if I'm wrong, okay, or if that's kind of like cheating, I don't think I am. Because like I said, I did it in order. I paid the food, the fuel, the minerals, the money, and this. I did all my trading before, remember? Because, see, the Kronos project is 4. So, I could do my trading anytime. I didn't buy any mercenaries. I spent what little money I had to deploy my units. I didn't do any research, and there's that. Now, of course, they won't have an income phase, but I already did I've done the income phase for North America, so they're fine. Okay, movement. We don't have to worry about any movement. So now all we have to do is events. Now, I've done this. This is it. This is the 5th card. We've done this. It says, the event step of this round is the invader's annihilation strike. At the end of this round, the game is over. Any surviving coalitions win. Okay, so North America could win. Now, what is the annihilation strike? Because that is what is going on this round, since we have done that. Let's look at the annihilation strike. It says, when you fund that, blah, 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 begin their annihilation strike. For the rest of the current round, which will be the last round of the game, roll a die every time an invader unit is placed on the board for any reason. If you roll a plus, place 2 invader units instead of 1. If you roll an equal or minus, there is no effect. Now, it's not going to affect these places because they're already going to lose. I just have to worry about North America, okay? If North America's capital, which it won't, there's not going to be any other turns. So as long as this country doesn't get overrun, we're good. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the event. Look at our events. Let's see. Well, viral video. Okay, we're going to do the alpha. We're going to do the alpha. We're going to do the alpha. We'll do the Bravo. Most cold. We're going to do the Bravo. I'm sorry, we're going to do the Alpha. Okay, so we have 4 Alphas and 1 Bravo. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, our first Alpha. Each coalition reduces its food 4 points. Okay, now I can do that no problem, but remember, it's only going to affect America, because everybody else is 0. But I do have the biological science, so if I roll an equal, I do not have to suffer the effects. Well, okay, I got to suffer the effects, so I have to reduce it to 4. It's fine, that puts me at 5. Now, alright, now we got to put the ships, the bad guys down. And this is going to be the part that's going to... Blech. Okay, so part 1 is over here. I only have to put 1 unit down. Okay, now they're spawning in. Okay, so remember that. They're not going to move anyplace else. Part 2. Okay, I only have to put 1 unit down. Part 3. I only have to put 1 unit down. Part 4. Only have to put 1 unit down. Got lucky. Each coalition raises its terror 2 levels. Okay, that's fine. Now I have the paranoia. I think I do. If you roll an equal, we do not have to suffer this event. And guess what? We got lucky. So we have 1, 2, and 4. Okay, 1. Well, we got to put 2 units there. 2. We got to put 2 units there. And 4. Alright, we have to put 2 units there. Oh, actually, I can't do that. I have to move some of these guys. So I'll move him here. This is a 2. Oof. So I have to move... Man, these things are all... So to move him here, and move him here, and here. Okay, they're fine. Alright. Alright. Draw a dropship card and place 1 invader unit in each of the 4 territories listed. Okay. Argentina. They don't get to roll. South African Influence Zone. Alright, they don't get to roll. North African Concord. I mean, this is just overrun ridiculous. And China. Okay. And then we have 4, which is up there in America. Alright, we got to put some more units on the board. I put 1 there, I put 1 there. Okay. Viral video. Alright, each coalition rolls twice. Now remember, I can pay 2 million to not have to do that. And I'm going to do that. So 2. Alright. Let's see here. 2 units. I don't know. I'm just going to... This is getting ridiculous. 3. No, I only have to put 1. And 4. I only have to put 1. They're going to move. I can choose. That one's going to be overrun. Alright, and the last one is Orbital Assault Dropship. Kenyan Federation. Alright. Brazil. There's Brazil right here. So they're going to move. They're going to be there. India. They're going to move here. West European Defense Pact. Okay. Alright. And then 1 and 4. So 1. We only put 1 and 4. Alright, we're going to put 2, but we're going to move. Okay. Alright, now we come to the battle stage. Okay, let's start down here. Of course, South America, they have less power. 1 and 1. They lost. These guys lost. And they're dead. Okay, let's go here to Africa. They lost. 1 and 1. And lost. Oops. Okay, let's go Europe. Yeah, they're the same power. Yeah. Okay, 1 and 1. It's starting to thunder out there. They lost. They lost. They lost. And we lost. Alright. Asia. Okay, Asia's power 2, but we're outnumbered, so we lost. And 1 and 1. Okay. Now North America. Here we go. We have the blaster hybrids. That's going to give us a +1 power. What that means is now we are power 2, they are power 2. So we have the numbers on them. So let me make sure I did that right here. Okay. Alright, so we win. We lose. Well, 1 and 1. And we beat this. Alright, so as you can see, we've done our battle. Okay, sorry about that. So we can win our battle. So we've won over here. Now, these places are all overrun. Okay, except for Canada. Canada's safe and sound. We have no more units on the board, so every other country is now devastated. So we're going to move on. Territory status. Okay, so all those places are overrun. Invader movement. There's not going to be any movement. I ain't going to be movement all over here, but it's not going to matter. Okay. Chronos control, terror level. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to raise the terror level. Okay. We go ahead and do that. Now I can roll to see if I can negate that. Ooh, what's that? No, I needed a minus. Okay. MIC damage. Okay, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 countries overrun. However, remember, so we're gonna lose 1 from that. from the stinking from the freaking virus thing, okay? Okay. Right. So, from the virus thing. However, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. I forgot totally about the virus. Alright, so we go down to 3. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 countries. Now we will only lose 3 because of the social programs. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Reduce number of points you lose by 1. So it's going to put us down to 0. Alright. No research, no drop ships. We lost. We were totally annihilated. Oh man, I forgot totally about that. Yeah, I should have maybe deployed. I had plenty of soldiers here. I should have seen if I could have did it better there. Man, if I had put like a couple here. Oh well. That. Dang it, man. Alright, we almost won. Let's call it a tie. No, everybody was dead. And they annihilated us. Oh, man. That was just... Okay, so what did I do wrong? Well, honestly, I basically didn't keep better track of my military-industrial complex points. I should have kept a better track of that and not let those event. I should have picked event cards that would not deplete them. Sorry about that again. That baby's teething. Yeah, she's in a bad mood. So yeah, I underestimated the military-industrial complex thing. I got careless, and that's what got me. Is that one little thing losing it every round that got me? But oh well, I had fun. So let me give my final thoughts on this game. The components are okay, a little plasticky, but you know, you get a lot of big boards and cards and stuff for the money. So I have no problem with that, and the board is nice, and the components are okay. This game came out in 2014. That's 5 years ago. It doesn't look like Level 7 is going to make another game. Privateer Press is not going to make another Level 7 game. I don't know why. Each game in the series, in my mind, has gotten progressively better. And they are a different flavor of each game. And honestly, this one is my favorite. I like this one the best. It's above Risk. It's more complex than Risk and stuff like that. But it's not as complex as stuff like XCOM and all that, even though this is trying to emulate a little bit of that. It does take up a lot of space. It does have a lot of components. If you're playing solo, you do have to manage a lot. I probably did make several mistakes. But the game flows pretty good. It's basic and it's simple once you get the hang of it. And it is a fun strategy game. I highly, if you play with other people, you can have a lot of fun. If you see this game at your local game shop, sitting around on sale or anything, I would highly recommend getting it. Like I said, this is my favorite. It takes a long time. This is a long game. It's not one of them, hey, we'll finish this in an hour. Hell, sometimes it takes an hour to set up. But it's a fun game, and I highly recommend it if you ever get a chance. And here's hoping that, they've made an expansion for Level 7 Escape. They made an expansion for Omega Protocol. Maybe one day they'll come out an expansion with this. Here's hoping. Because this is an enjoyable game. It's my favorite of the series. I like this style of game. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. So until then. So I would like to talk real quick about the Level 7 series. They're all done by Privateer Press. Now, Level 7 Escape is a survival horror game. And it came out kind of at the beginning, really, of the survival horror craze. Some years back. Now, it's not a great game. At the time, it was an okay game. It had some different kind of stuff, but like I said, there wasn't all this survival horror craze going on. Time has not been kind to it. You know, the components were kind of, the cards were kind of, and time has not been kind to it. So it's basically an average to below average game. Let's be honest with that. They did make an expansion for it, but the expansion really didn't game change anything. It just added a few new things. However, when a Level 7 Omega Protocol came along, it was a step up from Level 7 Escape. And this game came out kind of at the beginning of the tactical miniatures phase in gaming. The miniatures aren't that great, but there were a lot of cool new innovations with the way you could play, and it was a decent survival miniatures tactics game. Now, time has not been kind to it, because we got tactical miniatures games out the wazoo, and they have so much improvements over this game, including the miniatures, because the miniatures for this game aren't that great. But, you know, this, for its time, it was, you know, decent. But now, if you look at it, it is an average to a below average game. Now, they came out with an expansion for this, but really it didn't change much, and just added a few new things. Fast forward to Level 7 Invasion. Now, this is a different type of game, as Omega Protocol is a different type of game from Escape. So, Level 7 Invasion kind of came out a little bit, I don't know, XCOM had come out, and I guess really you could say before the big craze for it hit. You know, now they got strategy games like XCOM that freaking got, what, you play it on your app and stuff too with it and all that. Crazy. Now again, the components for this game are okay. They're not great. The complexity is nowhere near as complex as some of these newer, you know, modern strategy games, but it is a step above stuff like Risk and stuff. And at the time, it was a pretty good innovation for it. I mean, it was a pretty good game. Now, I will say time has not been as kind to this. They haven't come out with an expansion for it. So I guess this game didn't do all that well. However, like I said earlier, this is my favorite game of the series. And this is the type of game that I would not get rid of. If I had to sell some of my games, I would sell this one and I would sell that one. But I wouldn't sell this one. But it's weird because it's the type of game you kind of forget you have. Like, I forget I have it, and then every now and then I look at my closet and I have all these games and I say, oh, Level 7 Invasion. And it's the kind of game you can pull out where you want to kill a day by yourself or with a couple of friends. And if you have friends, it's definitely a beer and pizza type game. And you play it, and it's a fun game. It takes a long time. It has a big footprint. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to manage, but it's a fun game. I don't know what the future holds for Privateer Press and their level 7 series. We've played each and every one. I've played each and every one on my channel. And of course, this is not for solo player, and this is not for solo player, but you can modify it. This one plays better than this solo. I'm hoping Privateer Press either comes out with expansion or continues the series, because the world that this is set in is actually a pretty interesting world that it's set in. And I hope they do something. But the problem with these games is they all have one thing, is they all come out at the beginning of a certain type of craze, and they get eclipsed by better games, and time does not look kindly upon them. But I would still recommend this game most definitely. If you see it on sale, or even if you have the money, if it's not on sale. It's not a bad game. It's a good game, good fun game. But that is the level 7 series. I hope you enjoyed them. I did. And especially level 7 Invasion. And Privateer Press, I know you've moved on to other things. I hope you come back to level 7 and continue, and this time be a little bit more forward thinking for the next game. Well, I hope to see you next time. Until then, have fun.